Oh my goodness gracious me. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Yeah, I think it's on. Hello everyone. This is the Friday night, late night craft and chill. It's almost 11 o'clock. It's 10:57. Getting a late start tonight. Alright, let me get this shared out to where it's going. Fat Red Foo, how you doing? Yeah, it wasn't even Lawrence that made me be late. I just didn't. Yeah, I was feeling a little off. That's all. I've been sick the last few days, so I was kind of just lollygagging around. Where are we going? There we go. I don't even think Lawrence usually doesn't even stream today. Not that I care. I don't worry too much about people crossing over and all that. Everyone could do what they want to do. People have lives and schedules they're trying to work with, so there's no point in even worrying about it. But I'm pretty sure he only usually does Mondays and Thursdays. Pains is probably still on too. Making some good shorts. I've been putting some shorts out lately. That's what I'm talking about. I've been trying to do. I got to increase my shorts output. I got to get back on that. Yeah, I didn't put the notification out. TK Magic Shop, how you doing, man? All right, let me do the notification. Is the music? No, music looks good. The levels look good. Thank you. Yeah, I used to, really, that's what I started with on Instagram. Well, I mean, I started with toy photography on Instagram. And, but when I started back up again about 2 years ago, or 2.5 years ago now, I really went for short form content, pushing reels. And, I've been working on some other stuff. And I'm trying to get back into the short form content again. I find it, I want to just focus more on video, all the video, live, long form. I have a long form video done and I just haven't edited it. Everything's shot, the project is done. But like I said, I've been feeling kind of under the weather this week. Okay. So I'm probably just going to do some easy stuff. I had a pretty bad sore throat and I wanted to do some laser cutting, but I was worried. I mean, I wasn't worried. I knew exactly what would happen if I did that laser cutting. That smoke and irritant would have messed me up, so did not do that. All right, let's start doing a little painting. Is this zoomed in? No, that's all right. So Fat Red, I'm glad you received that item undamaged. I always get worried they're gonna get smacked around when I ship those out. Hey Thor, this is... Man, I don't know what the heck this is. It's some random science fiction prop thing that we built on, I don't know if it was the last stream or the stream before. But, yeah, it's just a random science fiction prop. A doohickey. I mean, I guess it could be some kind of power converter or pulse regulator, plasma coil housing. I don't know. Make something up. Power converter sounds nice. Sweet. We'll go with that. Yeah, Fat Red, I'm gonna do the, I was gonna do today's short on painting that little choo-choo train model I made, but the painting ones don't really do that well. The crafting ones are much more interesting to people, and I understand that, so I try to combine some of the crafting elements into the painting shorts if I can, unless it's like, you know, painting something fancy that's you know, using a technique or something. Like people like watching black wash or dry brushing, or that's not really fancy, but I'm sure they would like watching someone paint some intricate graffiti or something like that, which I can't really do. So I'm sure I could if I spent time with it, but I don't have that skill. Briscoe, what's up, man? Nolan, welcome. If I sound a little out of it, guys, I've been sick for the past 3 or 4 days. I have a sore throat, so... Might not be, I don't know. I don't know what to think. What's everyone doing tonight? Anyone working on anything, or it's too late? Friday night, everyone's just chilling usually. They just want to hang out and relax. Long week, yeah, I hear that. if I want to paint that green or not. Yeah, I think I'm going to paint it green. Do a little bit of touch up on, where the heck is it? So we got this hover platform that we did, and you can see we have these little cargo crates here. And instead of like the bottle caps on the other one, I know anyone who's been watching my shorts on any platform, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, instead of doing the bottle caps, I went with like these square things. And yeah, I built it on this stream, but I did the little copper on the outside, and I don't know, maybe I'll come up with something else, but I like the way that looks so far. Like, you know, even though it's just foam, it's representing it's basically like a painted magnet. It's like a maglev system. So I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good about it. It's just supposed to be a simple thing, and hauling around some freight. There I go, making my noises again. Fat Red Foo says, the desk you made is awesome, dude, so pleased to have it in my workspace. Yeah, I sent Fat Red Foo a desk for becoming my first channel member. That was only for the first one. I said I would send him something special, and he was the first one. I appreciate that. And I sent him one of the little desk consoles that I've been working on. I do have 3 of those right now up on Etsy as well. But I'm glad you like it, man. That was one of those things I kind of didn't really gauge opinion on it too much. I just went ahead and did it. You know, the consoles, I had people asking me for them for a long time. That I just kind of did it. So I only sold one of those so far, but I sent you one, and I just put the other 3 up today, so we'll see how it goes. I'm actually going to work on painting some of that right now, too, because, yeah, I'm going to have to switch to red. Wait, what am I doing? Let me do some touch-up on that. Some of the green on that needs a little bit more. Thanos Copter, what's up, Thanos? Is Larry finished up? I didn't notice. Oh, man. No, this crate is pretty good. Damn, this one's pretty good, too. I wonder where I saw it. I must have saw the... Oh, I could see some brush marks on this one. Oh, and I didn't do the bottom. Okay. We'll do this one. Thanos saying, my buddy just dropped off a box of stuff he didn't want, some video game consoles, lighting setups, and a ton of unpainted minis. Wow, that sounds cool. Really cool. What do you mean by lighting setups? And what video game consoles? So Fat Red said, so if I were to build a cityscape out of foam, how much weight do you think it would tolerate before buckling? I mean, what are you talking about putting on it, Fat Red? It could hold a lot of weight depending on how you build the walls and the supports and stuff like that. I mean, foam is... Are you talking about buckling under the weight of its own height, or buckling under the weight of you putting tons and tons of figures on it? Oh, some tripod lights and reflectors. Very cool. An Xbox One, an NES, and an SNES. Nice. I have all three of those. But that's awesome. SNES is probably my favorite console because of the JRPGs. Although the NES obviously is nostalgic. I always need more lights too, man. Lights are good to have. Mikey Cruz, welcome. That's going to need a little more dry time. Alright, let's switch to red and paint some desks real quick. Oh, man. Excuse me for coughing once again. Like I said earlier, I've been sick. For anyone just coming in, so... throat is still feeling a little raw. Pretty good, except for that. Fat Red Foo, what are you doing, man? Are you trying to, start an investigation across the country to see if Thanos somehow ended up with some crackhead guy that stole your SNES and gave it to him? Is that was what you were going for, man? That's like Spaceballs, like my brother's, sister's, cousin's, aunt's, nephew's roommate. Oh, man. I'd be pretty salty about the movers taking my consoles, too. I understand, but that's hilarious. Right, Thanos? I would do that'd be like, wow, okay. What are the odds? Yeah. Oh, the Spaceballs reference, Briscoe, if that's what you mean, because you would think that. Think Taken, right? I've never seen Taken. Is that the one with Liam Neeson with a "I have a certain set of skills"? Is that the one you're talking about? Hmm. Memed, yeah. I gotta watch some Christmas movies this year. I did a few last year, but I really, really need to go out of my way and. Because the ones I wanted to see, I didn't see last year. Let's see. Last year I watched Deck the Halls, which was great. Jingle All the Way. Good stuff. A couple of cheesy Hallmark movies with my mom, which I'm okay with Hallmark movies for Christmas. That doesn't bother me. But the two that I really wanted to see, I didn't see. I need to watch them this year. Home Alone. Probably 1 and 2, because it's been so long. And National Lampoons. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Home Alone in like, I don't even know, 10 years? But I haven't seen National Lampoons in maybe like 2 or 3 years, and I usually watch that one. But about 7 or 8 years ago now, I went through this thing. I'm sure some of you guys have already heard me say this, and I just downsized my stuff a lot, and I got rid of all my VHS. And all my VHS had all those movies. And so, yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I know why I did that, but I wish I didn't do it. Violent Night was really good. Yeah, I could watch Violent Night. Actually, I think it's free streaming on either Amazon or Netflix. So I'll need to do that one. That would be a good one. And Die Hard, I would like to. I have not seen that one in a long time. An Instant Christmas? Oh, well, Instant Christmas Classic. So, Violent Night is what you're saying. So the crazy thing about Violent Night is the crazy thing about Violent Night to me is that I have a friend who has been talking about making a movie or a story just like that for like the past, I don't know, 8 years that I've known him. He's been talking about it. And we even came up with like a little bit, some plots and stuff with the elves being like part of like his assassin team, and Santa was just a badass, but he was an 80s action hero. It's like smashing an 80s action hero together with Santa. And I was like, dude, you need to go ahead and make some media up. I'll help you out. We can do some stuff. And we storyboarded stuff, talked about it over and over and over again. He never wanted it. He never got going. And then they made Violent Night, and he's been bitching about it ever since. Scrooge, I haven't seen that in a while, but that was good. Grinch, Lethal Weapon, Batman Returns. That counts as a Christmas movie? What is that? Is that the second one? Batman Returns? That one's good. Okay. Miss Gotham gets tossed into a Christmas tree. Yeah, that would be cool, Thanos. Actually, see, I don't have any Warcraft stuff. I didn't play World of Warcraft. I mean, I played it a little tiny bit, but I played all the old school Warcrafts. I played, Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2, Orcs and Humans. I think it was, the second one was Orcs and Humans, whatever. And that had the Dark Portal in it. And I played Warcraft 3, which then got turned into Dota, or they made Dota based off of it. But yeah, doing some terrain for that would be awesome. It would be really sweet to build all the buildings from Warcraft 3, even like StarCraft, although those would be complex. But actually, that's a great idea. Building the buildings, like the supply depot and the barracks and all that. It's very, very intricate models, but that would be pretty freaking sweet. Yeah, I love those old Warcraft games. Started with 1. Yeah. Oh, started with WoW? Started with 1 through WoW. Okay, now so I got my screen is kind of blocked up there. Yeah, I played all that. I played, back then in the 90s, I was playing Diablo. I was playing that. Before that, I was playing BattleTech Online on AOL. That was probably the first interconnected online game I played, and Neverwinter Nights on AOL. For a little bit, but mostly the BattleTech Online. But yeah, Diablo. And I don't know if you remember, Thanos, you might. There was a Kali.net, that Kali program you would buy, and that's how, before they had Battle.net, we were able to play Warcraft 2 versus each other online. XCOM was awesome, Briscoe. I used to play UFO a lot too. I really enjoyed that game. Masters of Orion was another one, and they had Masters of Magic, Lords of Magic, Heroes of Might and Magic. All those freaking games were great. Yeah, and that kind of led into Galactic Empires, or Galactic Civilizations, and those were insane. Like the build tree on those things were wild. Trying to figure out how and what to use foam versus wood for structure. Regarding foam, I have an idea to do a multi-level cyberpunk cityscape. How much space do you have to dedicate to this project, Fat Red Foo? Because that means a lot. I mean, you can build a foam building. It could be as tall as, it could be 9 feet. I mean, it's not going to fall over or anything. It depends on what you put in it. I mean, once you build, 3 walls and a horseshoe at least, and have some supports going across, it's going to be pretty strong. I mean, it might tip over, but you can anchor it. Warcraft mostly land. Yeah, we played some land, but yeah, I had Kali. Kali was cool. You had to pay $20 for Kali. They would give you an unlock key, and you'd put it in there, and it would search through your hard drive and look for executable files, and it would know which games you had and just tell you, okay, you got Duke Nukem, you got Warcraft 2, you got Descent. What was another one I played on there? I mainly played Warcraft 2. And it was crazy because that's when people started designing like those maps. Even before Blizzard.net, they started designing those multiplayer maps for people to fight each other so they could play on Kali. But Blizzard caught on to it pretty quick and was like, no, we need BattleNet, and they came up with that. And of course we had Diablo, which was like the most hacked game on the face of the earth. I mean, everything was a hack or a cheat or a dupe. I mean, you could not play the game straight and go on multiplayer. Everyone was... I mean, you could try to just play a normal game and some guy would just walk up to you and either kill you or be like, just throw all the best equipment on the ground in front of you that was duped. You're like, oh, here, you want a freaking badass sword I just duped? Here's some gold. Yeah, Descent was a lot of fun. I liked it. I still have it, Thanos. I don't have a computer that'll play it, but I have all the discs. I have all those CD-ROMs still. Making it modular. Fat Red Boot, it sounds great. Start, if you want to make a plan, but, obviously I would start with one building and see how you feel about it. Fallout was fun. Yeah, Fallout 76 I'm not familiar with. I remember Fallout 1 and 2 on PC. I remember it was so wild that you could like break the game almost. Like you could go in and just kill everyone in a village and then not be able to get the quests and stuff you needed. It's funny how games became so open. They were going sandbox was a big thing then, and it was just more and more open, more and more realistic. The choices were on you. And then after Ultima Online, where it got the players like just ruined everything in the game, you got games like World of Warcraft, which were much more controlled. Players didn't have as much options. There was no non-consensual PvP. There was no, going into town and stealing things out of people's backpacks and stuff. The MMORPG, I didn't play that. Fat Red Food. That was probably, if it's in the last 10 years, most of those games I'm not super familiar with. I did buy Diablo 4, 4. Yep, 4. I bought 4 and I beat it. But after I beat it, it was kind of boring. I know you could level up to level 100. I was like level 58 or 60 or something, and I was like, whatever. You know what? Maybe we'll do another coat of green before we start the gray. Yeah, we can do a little green. I have thought about doing some game content, but I don't think I would want to do it on this channel. I don't know. I mean, some retro game stuff would be cool. I do actually have another channel that has a few video game videos on it, but not really. I mean, it was like just some web-based games, like IO games and stuff like that. I did an instructional video on a very small web game. I don't know how many years ago it was, 5 or 6 years ago, and the guy who made the game actually linked it in their in the FAQ that's built into the game. So that was kind of cool. But like I said, it was a very, very small game. But I don't know. I mean, I don't want to. I'm bad about losing my focus. Trying to do too many things ends up making me kind of spiral out all over the place in random fashion. Fallout 4 allowed you to build your own cities, which in turn got me interested in Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Random retro gaming. No, the gaming channel is Johnny Zero. I mean, it's very small. I don't really have much on it. We should get Grizz to start a game group. Yeah, I mean, I kind of tried to play Diablo 4 with those guys a little bit, and I was in their clan, but the game, like, it kind of sucked at communication sucked. Just the experience of trying to get with them and play kind of sucked. It wasn't very... flow wasn't good. I don't know how to put it. But yeah, I mean, shoot, I'd play some stuff with Grizz. I know Oz is talking about doing an online Dungeons and Dragons. He's kind of been talking about it on and off. I know Thanos has heard that. Fat Red Foo has too. I don't know if you ever watch Oz's stream, Briscoe, but it's just a bunch of... It's a kind of a hangout stream on Saturdays. But online Dungeons and Dragons, that sounds kind of cool, you know. That could be fun. But D&D is a lot of work. You know, someone has to be the DM, and that person is going to have to plan everything and manage everything, and it's better if you have someone that knows what they're doing, although not really necessary. Nope. Johnny Zero is just Johnny Zero, man. My name is Jonathan, and my old Xbox handle was Johnny Retail because I worked retail for a long time at that point. Load up Contra. Yeah, man, that sounds cool. I don't ever chill out and just play single player games anymore, though. I'm always playing. If I play multiplayer. I do play, like, on the iPad, I play Mobile Legends, which is basically a watered down version of League of Legends. But I like it because I don't have to use a keyboard and mouse. I could just use the touch screen, and also I could do it while I'm sitting in the living room after dinner, which is nice. Alberto, how you doing, man? Welcome. Okay, well, we're gonna let that dry. And before I switch to gray, I actually forgot. I need to paint two of these. These need to be red. Let me just make sure that they are ready. Make sure I'm not missing any buttons here. I don't think so. No, those are good. Needs drawer handles random. I try to watch Oz's and most other live streams. I'm still kind of just branching out on streamers, so yeah. Briscoe, there's a lot. I mean, it's more than I can keep up with, to be quite honest. I mean, like today we had the 3POA, A Punk with Toys, Pains, I think Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures was on earlier. So it's a lot at once, and there's only so many hours in a day. I do try to catch a little bit here and there. If I'm working on stuff, I can put it on in the background as I'm working. I kind of read, but as you know, when I'm in a stream, usually I like to be kind of interactive. I like to talk in the chat a little bit. So Alberta, I just oh yeah, you just blah. Oh, good God. Excuse me. Alberto, I just opened the Jada Toys Chun-Li. Yeah, everyone is saying good things about that. So far, people are liking that figure. Fat Red Foo, yeah, that's pretty close to my list. Larry, I mean, I don't watch myself, but I'm here. Hella Dope Toys. Largo, I catch sometimes. I like the Infinite playlist. And I do catch Oz for a little bit, but Oz, like, if I'm not on there, I might watch a little bit of it, but his streams are they're long, you know, so a little bit here and there is fun. I also will catch a little bit of It's Chad. 3POA. I'll just kind of like pop in and watch a little here and there. It just depends on what's going on, who they have on. I'm trying to think. I know there's other people. But I feel like a lot of this, it's kind of come together almost around Hella Dope Toys a little bit. Like, I feel like those guys have kind of, even though they're not as big channel-wise as some of the other ones, I feel like they're kind of at the center of the grouping of those channels, which is cool. It's good. There's not a lot of negativity in the group, you know. It's all pretty positive for the most part, which is great, because there was, I don't know, sometimes toy stuff gets weird. People are like, way I don't know. I'm just here to chill, as you probably noticed. Not big on the whole drama. Oilers, yeah, Oilers is cool. Mega J, I've jumped in a Mega J retro for like 10 minutes one time when I was just kind of like scrolling through, but I haven't actually watched a whole one. Yeah, so Oz's stream it's just different, you know. It's not there to uh, be a fast-paced, focused thing. It's a hangout, and I think it's really cool because I think a lot of people get to kind of connect with different people and talk and hang out, and yeah, I like Oz's stream a lot. I like how he's just kind of kept it loose like that. I think it's good for the community as a whole. Plus, it's a lot less stressful. You know, trying to like plan things and plan topics and guests and all that stuff and make it like a show is a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot easier just to kind of like, we're gonna hang out and whoever shows up, and we're not gonna have anything to, you know, you don't have to research anything, you don't have to prepare any slides, you're just kind of chilling. So in a way it's like the, you know, I don't know how to put it, like the conference room or something, you know, where you just kind of get together at the water cooler and chill out. Yeah, Hella Dope they're a center for things because they have a few things going, right? First, they're very personable, but they're also drug dealers. So because they're plastic crack dealers, people will go to them for that. In addition to they're chill, and you know they're making content and they're just personable, so everyone can kind of like connect through them. It's been really good. Yeah, Bill and Jones are Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. They do have some interesting streams. He's got some interesting videos. Bill does, because I need to get and watch some more of them. I was watching one of them. He was like explaining the history of some Masters of the Universe stuff, like the in-depth lore, and that was pretty interesting. And yeah, Thanos, I agree. It is a good Oz's stream is a great place for the community. If I ever want to test my stream, yeah, flip it to members only, and we can troubleshoot. Yep, we can. I do need to do that at some point. Maybe. Once I get, I'll probably, you know what? I'll work on it again this week. I spent a couple of hours, I don't think it was last week. It might have been the week before, just playing around with it was VDO Ninja, which allows you to bring guests on. And it was a not enjoyable experience. So yeah, if I get something going with that, I'll consider doing that. I'm gonna get a cough drop. Give me a second. And I'm gonna take a bathroom break. Be right back. All right. Yo, where's he at? Nah, I'm around. Have to get up and use the restroom real quick, man. Alberto, good night. Thanks for coming by, man. Radnom, next stream, can you see if you can link the join button in the description? How do you do that, Briscoe? What are you even talking about? Link the join button in the description. Hell, I'll try it this stream if I could figure out. That's a good idea. Let's see. Hey, Big Bacon, what's up, man? Greetings, purveyors of the Mossmobile. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hey, Big Bacon, what's up, man? All right, Briscoe. I think for what you're talking about, Briscoe, I'd have to open up the source and get the link, right? That might be a little bit too complicated for me to do right now. I don't even know how to do that on a Mac. All right. Yeah, we'll play with that some other time. Okay. Back to some of this. My cholesterol is what's up. Heck yeah, man. I've been fighting to get mine lower, actually. It's been coming down, but I tell you, it's not fun. Not fun at all. I really like cheese on everything, but that is not good for your cholesterol. And is cholesterol that bad for you? They don't even know anymore. So, who knows? Brought to you by the makers of the Mossmobile. Oh yeah. Everything is bad for you now, yeah. Yeah, that's true. It just depends on who you ask. So how much of a bridge do you actually... Oh, yeah. I haven't really actually focused on it, Big Bacon. You know, I have a ton of consoles. If I wanted to lay one out to do some photos with, I'm sure I could do something. But I don't have the walls and everything set up for that. Because I started selling them. So I sold the consoles. Some of them. Okay. This is the most talking I've done in about 4 days, so my throat is still kind of getting tickly now from scratchy from talking. But I'm here anyway. I miss the good old days when smoking was good for your health. Yeah, I'm not that old, man, but there was a time where people thought it wasn't bad for you at all. They're like, invigorating. Tactical consoles, flight control, captain position, yeah. You know, Big Bacon, it would be good. It's a really big project, but it would be good. That would be good content for a really big YouTube video. It's just it would take me a lot of time to do a whole bridge build. But would be cool. I would definitely invest that time if I knew the video would do well, but most times when I put a lot of time into something, the video does not do well. And then to spend like, a month and a half or something working on a project to get average views it's just not the most wonderful feeling ever. So I usually end up breaking things down into smaller pieces. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up with one just on accident almost, by just constantly building different things. I'll just be able to slap something together. Alright, don't do that. Get the small brush, John. Don't be impatient. Get the smaller brush for that spot. Alright. Yeah, desk. Here's one completed. So it's a sci-fi desk. It's got the consoles, a little bit on top. So could be like a workstation or something like that. Thought it was kind of neat to blend the paper desk with the science fiction retro vibe. Having a pain cutting doors and windows into your... How thick is the foam, Big Bacon? It's 1-inch foam? So I don't know how to demonstrate it without explain it without demonstrating it. It is a pain in the butt, all right? It just kind of is. But to get it to look halfway decent, it's just about, you know, how you position your knife while you're cutting. Let me see. I don't know. This isn't. I don't know if this is going to be a good demonstration or not. You probably already know this. This is pretty common sense. It's just a pain in the ass. You could get one of those hot wire wands, you know, the ones with the metal rod, and that will speed it up, but they still don't get like super clean cuts. So really the trick to having it look good is to always put trim around the border when you're done cutting, because it's almost never even anyway. I drive it straight down with the straight back in the corner. Yeah, I mean, you got it, man. You got it. It's all common sense. I'm probably going to completely break this foam because it's so thin. So, lots of small cuts, really thin. You don't want to go too hard, so you want to start like that. Fresh blade. Smooth cuts as much as you can. Obviously, I'm cheating because I'm coming out the bottom end over here. But if this end wasn't open, you would still put your blade in now that it's broken through. As I mess everything up, come through and saw like this until you're flush with where you want to be. Pull it out. Same thing over here. And that's it. Rinse and repeat over and over again. Damn, I can't see anything with my glasses on. There it is. Sharp blade. Don't try to take too much foam at once. I do find standing up actually helps a little bit as opposed to sitting down when you're doing it. Here I go cheating again. And yeah, see, not perfect, but straight enough. Clean it up a little bit. And not too bad. So, you know, like I said, it's never perfect. So when you do it, the biggest key to it is putting trim around the outside when you're done, or you could even put trim on the inside just to make it look even and cover up all your mess. You can use a knife sharpener for your blade, allegedly. I'm sure you could use a knife sharpener. I'm sure that would work. All my experience with sharpening knives is I suck at sharpening knives, and so I bought a 50 pack of blades. I know it's not as probably eco-friendly as sharpening the blade, but I bought a 50 pack of blades maybe a year and a half ago. I make a ton of dioramas, work with foam a lot, and I still have maybe a third of the pack left, so I'm pretty happy with that. I don't know if that was any help at all. Probably not, Big Bacon. But Yeah, like I said, the other option you could do is you can get one of those hot wire rod cutters. It's not the you know what I'm talking about? I have scars from sharpening knives. Yeah, I believe that, man. Thinner foam at Home Depot, but I haven't been able to buy a sheet of that 1/2 inch in a long time. It's been pissing me off. Another option, if you know anyone that's got a 3D printer, you know, someone could design you, or you could find some windows that are pre-printed, and they just have like a nice, I don't know, a flange around them, whatever you would call it, and that will cover all your imperfections in your cutting. You just slide it in there and you can't see anything. I have some of them, but they're in the other room. If I was smart, I would redesign those and be selling them on my website like people have been asking me to do for the last, I don't know, 2 years. Yeah, so that works as well, Big Bacon, for sure. But they're expensive. I mean, if you're just doing a few windows, that's fine. But if you're doing an apartment building, that's going to be pretty pricey. Now I'm folding laundry. I mean, at least you're being productive. Time for some old man seltzer. Need some more gray. Man, it's been a week. This morning I wasn't even sure if I was going to do this, but I kind of slept a lot today and got that good sweaty feeling where I kind of sweated a lot of it out, and I feel significantly better than I have the last few nights. I don't want to miss any of these Friday nights though. I'm terrible with consistency, so keeping the consistent line running is good. I don't know how long I need to go number the darn episodes, but must be like, I don't know, somewhere in the high 30s or 40s of these in a row on Friday night. Somewhere around there. Figuratively speaking, what's up, man? Thank you for coming by. A wellness check on IG. So yeah, probably. I probably have someone messaging me tonight, more than likely, if I didn't stream tonight. Thank you. Just doing some painting that I've needed to be doing for a while. So doing these desks and excuse me, we're working on this that we built in the last stream. It's just a random thing to go with basically I built it to go with the Cosmic Legion's Warden Slog dude. But really it's just a random science fiction thingamabobber. It's foam. Yeah, this is foam. This is what they look like completed. So everything's foam except the little bits. These little bits are wood. So the frame is wood, the little buttons are wood, these frames are wood. But all the structural pieces, this is all foam. XPS foam. Pink foam. Oh, she thought the desk was really cool. Good, I'm glad, man. Yeah, miniatures. Lots of people like little miniature things. They look really nice. Thank you, figuratively speaking. You know what I need to do? What am I? I am a terrible salesman. Hold on. Let me put the link up in the chat just in case anyone stops through here and feels like buying one. No pressure. Where the heck am I going? The wood pieces are those dolls? What do you mean, man? Yeah, Fat Red Foo, how do you get the link to join? Should be able to put it in the same way. I know how to copy the link in there. I don't know where to get it from. Nah, they're not dowels. It's laser cut. Oh, dowels. That would make sense. It's laser cut wood, man. I have a laser cutter. That's my Etsy that's pinned up there right now. I do have 3 of these available for sale if anyone is interested. And there's also some of the other consoles that are still available as well. But yes, it's laser cut wood. You can see right here before it's painted. I just literally put my gray brush into the red paint. Multitasking fail. Okay. Damn, John. I'm going crazy with taking these glasses on and off tonight. Let's just put these down on my nose. You know what, let me kind of biting off a bit more than I wanted to do. Let me get 2 of these that look pretty good. Get those completed, and then I can work on, work on getting the tops done. So we can have 2 more completed units at least. That makes a little bit more sense. Right now, I'm working on making an entrance stage for my wrestling figures. Very cool. Are you doing like the ramp? Yeah, I did just put my hand in that. I tell you, I'm out of it today. Oh, boy. Oh, man. I've just been laying in bed watching Star Trek for days. Jesse. Hey, I'm glad you tuned in too. A lot of people catch him on the replay, which is surprising to me, but quite a few people. I'd say more people watch the replay than catch the live, so. The stage and the ramp, I'm trying to figure out how to hook up these LEDs. Oh, okay. What kind of LEDs are you using? What are those, like, what are they called? Pico or something like that? Chooch, what's up, man? Holy crap, it's Chooch. Chooch is just popping up everywhere now all of a sudden. Couldn't snag a link from that button, Briscoe. Fat Red Foo, you couldn't opening up the source and finding a link? I think that's probably what you have to do. Oh, you're on phones. Yeah, that could be tricky. I feel like I could do it on a PC, but trying to do it on this Mac is going to be like a learning experience. Briscoe is on a quest to become a channel member. Thank you, Briscoe, for your efforts. You would think I would be trying to figure out how to get you that link a little bit more, but I really don't know how to do that. Here, let me take another minute and see if I can figure it out. Nope. 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 Control click. That doesn't seem to be doing what I need it to do. That's just giving me back, reload page, save page as, print page. I feel like there just should be like a swoop or something. The thing with the Mac is like a lot of stuff is hand gestures. I didn't realize that. Like it works like an iPhone on the trackpad. You know, you could pinch, you could swipe, you could two-finger tap is different than single-finger tap, and I don't know all that crap yet. It took me months to realize that if I wanted to scroll up and down, you can't do this on a trackpad. You have to use both your fingers, and it works like the jog wheel on the center of a PC mouse. I bought this thing not really for live streaming, but for editing YouTube videos, and it works fantastic at that. I was using my PC for live streaming, and then it had a heart attack. I don't know. I'm gonna have to search it up and figure it out. It seems so stupid, like it just should be really simple to do. They should have a share link. But they don't. All right. Back to the painting. Perfect. I know I said it before, I only got 2 channel members right now, but I do need to design like a little end page or something, you know, the old channel member thank you note thing. I need to get on that. Yeah. Choruses go to your YouTube page. For that Red Foo, I'm not gonna just sit here and dig through that stuff the whole stream. I already tried a little bit. I'll look when we're not live. Alright, I'll try that real quick. But I don't think it's gonna share the join button, dude. You go to your YouTube page, share button under. That's gonna share a link to the. It doesn't share the join button. That shares the stream, not the join button. That's just the link you use to share the stream. I mean, unless there's another one somewhere, because that's how I share the stream, is using that share button, dude. Yeah, there might be somewhere, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I know, dude. I know you're trying to help. You're good. But no, the only share is the stream. This has become a quest. Yeah, no kidding. So Briscoe, like even underneath your chat, it doesn't have the little like $sign thing underneath the chat window where you can just hit that and then go to join. It's not even in that section. It's wild. Become a quest. Yeah, I'm playing hard to get. I can apparently gift memberships. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you could. I can never receive gifted memberships when I'm in someone else's stream, though. When people are, like, giving them away, I don't know why. I think because I'm not using Chrome. Maybe that's it. But the button doesn't show up for me. YouTube is weird, man. I mean, you guys know. It's, like, a lot of moving parts. Fat Red Food, do not worry about it, man. It's totally fine. There's a setting in YouTube that allows gifting. It's a toggle. Oh, yeah. I'm just saying on like my... when other people gave gifts out to different channels, I wasn't able to scoop them up. And I tried many, many times. Drawers without handles? Nah. They're not drawers, man. They're not drawers. They got depth. They're heat sinks. There we go. Or bumper padding or something. Briscoe, I'm trying, man. Yeah, that's funny. Alright, let me get the smaller brush and not screw around with that. No worries, Fat Red Foo. It will happen one day. Nothing is ever straightforward with this crap, I tell you. Wild. Briscoe, you don't even have IG going at all now? Didn't you have it at one point? Okay, let's see. There we go. Oh man. I think that's it. I had to go digging around in my YouTube Studio monetization tab and then go into memberships, and there was a spot next to all that stuff. I think that's it. Briscoe went to sleep already. He was like, I'm done with it. I really do need to spend some more time investigating all those pages in the back, on the back end of this stuff. Probably be worth my while. You didn't paint that red. Yeah, it could have easily happened right there. You are not wrong about that. How many links can you pin to the top here? Oh, replaced pin message here. We'll just pin it. Big Troy's Collectibles. Howdy, y'all. Howdy, Troy. How you doing? Briscoe. Thank you. Awesome, man. We got you in. I appreciate it. Rando Wizard, too. Look at you. Thank you very much, Briscoe. I appreciate it, man. That was quite an effort to to figure that out. Good stuff. I don't even remember the levels I set up. I'm trying to figure out. Woohoo! Keep that link handy. I know where it is now. But it is pinned at the top of the chat for now. So we have that at least. Very, very cool. Keep that link handy. Yeah. Yeah. Sweet. Now we can ask about Stargate with impunity, not immunity. You're not going to be immune. Impunity. There we go. Like it was really slowing you down before asking about the Stargate. Well, now we can double our efforts talking about. All right, I mean, go for it. It would be one thing if I just made a very basic Stargate. Fat Red Foo sent me a video of this guy making a Stargate, and it was cool. There's nothing wrong with it, but it was a very simple portal. It was just, like a round circle with a ramp kind of thing. And I could do that, or maybe like make a simplified version of a Stargate where it doesn't have all the symbols. But every time I think of a Stargate, I'm thinking of, all the little lines separating all the segments with the different symbols for the systems. And it's a lot of detail. That's not like, a 2-hour project. I don't know how long that would take. I mean, now because I'm spoiled, I would definitely incorporate the laser cutter, but that would still take quite some time to get all of the symbols and then, transfer them into the program and then get them all cut out and sized up on the shapes to go around it. Vegetable steamer? No, but that was cool. Look, I like that, Fat Red Food. Anything like that, just grabbing objects around you to make cool looking backgrounds is cool. It's just a Raz, man. You make cool stuff, whatever you decide on. Thank you, Fat Red Foo. But I do like Stargate. I'm pretty sure I might have mentioned it before anyone else did, and then people just started saying it because it is something that I did have thought about doing. It's just not going to be a small project. It's a medium-sized project. Well, you're a wizard. You got the power. That's right. Briscoe is a wizard, man. Appreciate that, Briscoe. Bunch of freaking randos. We'll get the big brush to do that part again, but let me get the sides of all these panels. Thank you again, Briscoe. Very kind words. Go check them out. Yeah, right on, man. Dude, it's always like that. I mean, we're all learning stuff on here. I've learned stuff from people in the chat. When I started making terrain for Warhammer, there was nothing online at all. I mean, basically, you would just talk to people in different comic shops, and they would tell you some ideas. There were some magazines and books. I mean, we had White Dwarf, which it's probably still around. And there was a couple of books that was like how to build game terrain, but it was nothing like the stuff they have now. Eventually, a website came out. It was called Terragenesis. And when I found that out, it was like, wow, learned how to make a lot of stuff. But really, when YouTube started popping up more and more is really when it's just like, and even on Instagram, people see what each other's doing and improve upon it. And there are so many more things people are doing now in 2023 versus 2014 when I first started making like action figure dioramas. Totally different. I mean, oh my goodness, like the different techniques and level of detail people are using now. There was always a few that were stand out even back then, but it was smaller, but the techniques have evolved, so it's a ever-changing thing. And now with 3D printing and laser cutting and all that kind of stuff too, that definitely adds to the mix. But there was a point in time where people didn't even realize to use the foil ball for stone texture. Now, I knew that from Dungeons and Dragons terrain, but I noticed a lot of the people in the action figure stuff, like some of them were, but a lot of people weren't. They just weren't adding any texture at all to their stone. It's just, takes time for the information to share around. Now pretty much all the techniques that were for war games terrain, and I would even say dollhouse building, and now miniatures are kind of sliding in there too, have cross-pollinated over into this stuff. But it took time. First videos I ever watched for action figure dioramas, like specifically, was probably Al Figures. Some of his build videos. I remember he was the first one I saw that did the magnets. I was like, oh, dude, the magnets, that's a huge thing. And that was like 10 years ago, maybe 9 or 10 years ago. White Dwarf, and yeah. Yeah, man. It was all print and word of mouth. Yeah, a lot of dollhouse cross-pollination now, but there wasn't, 9 or 10 years ago, there wasn't that much. Oilers is really big into the miniature stuff, and I think he's actually had some influence with getting other people looking at that stuff more. But really, a lot of it also is just the photographers. They go out and they're looking for props, and they're going to grab whatever they can that fits the scale. And there is a whole world of 1/12 dollhouse stuff. They call it full scale for dollhouses. I think they call it full scale. I think that's a dollhouse thing. Full scale, half scale. One being 1/12 and one being 1/24 scale. Oh man, my throat is starting to hurt from this talking. Briscoe, I don't really know. I know there was a guy who used to do not streams, but videos, Tech Chucker, and he would do like dioramas, this week in dioramas. But he always messaged me before he put any of my stuff on there. And I'm imagining he did that for everyone. I mean, pretty much it would matter if the person was cool or not. But I have a little problem right now with sharing screens anyway. I need a second monitor because of OBS, or I need to figure out how to get it to just focus on the window instead of the whole screen, because we'll go into an infinity loop. Don't even think about it, Rand. Don't even think about what, man? I don't even remember what I was saying exactly. Don't think about sharing it, or just share it and don't think about it. Chooch. Fat Red Foo Briscoe, have you seen Chooch's video that he put out today on Instagram? Now that's something special right there. I'm just kidding. Black Knight, oh my god, dude. What's going on, man? Just got home from work. Right on, right on. I'm freaking dying, man. I've been sick for days, and I said I'm going to do this anyway. I'm feeling a little bit better tonight, but throat is starting to hurt the more I'm talking. So that's fun. But I'm sure it'll feel better once I sleep. Random's on that Earl Grey. My Earl Grey is empty, dude. I kind of want another cup. So it's seltzer right now. Black Knight, you guys have Laser Pants tomorrow, right? On Hella Dope? Well, that's not tomorrow. Today's Friday. Sunday. This Sunday. Very cool. Very cool. I'll be there, man. I'll be in the chat hanging out. Yup. Take another cough drop. We good? Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, maybe I'll hit it with a detail brush a little. I actually, Fat Red Foo, it's funny you mentioned that because I was thinking I need to add some more cylindrical objects. And I could 3D print them, or I could just, saw a dowel rod or something like that. But I was kind of thinking about getting a micro lathe. They make the small benchtop wood lathes, and they have them that are micro. They're pretty much for making dollhouse parts. There's a company that sometimes sends me some stuff that maybe I can get them to send me one for free. I mean, I could buy it too, but free's better. Yeah, I don't know, Fat Red. I have some other tools too. Like I have a mini table saw, like a mini table saw, and I have a mini chop saw. Here's something that's funny in that in the little Choo Choo video, the short I did, I showed me using the the hand saw with the miter box, which works good. And I think I told you this already. And it works great. Don't get me wrong; those miter boxes are great. But I have a chop saw for that. Oh no, I wasn't you. I was telling. I remember now. I have a little micro electric saw, so I did saw the first couple of pieces, but then I was like, why am I even doing this? I just walked in the other room and zip, 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 and then came back. But if I showed the video of me using the fancier saw, it doesn't look as accessible for people to make, and you can totally make it with the $14 hobby saw. Yeah, Chooch is laughing because I'm disclosing now. I need more space and more cameras to set up that kind of stuff. Also, I'm streaming from my bedroom, dude, so I don't know how I feel about having... a wood lathe is not really dust. It's going to be more like wood chips. It's not going to be... I don't think there's that much sawdust that comes off of it, but it's very small, so I don't know. That's funny though. I did a TikTok short, I don't know, sometime in the last week. And it was the one where I was making the crates, the sci-fi crates, and I mentioned, I'm doing it with square buttons instead of round buttons, so you could make it on the hot wire cutter, for people that don't have a laser cutter to make the round buttons. And this kid was like, oh, I could use this expensive machine instead of this expensive machine to make it. And I was like, oh my God, dude. I did respond to him. I said, one's $150. Instead of one's $150 instead of significantly more for a laser cutter. A lot of people have a hot wire cutter that are in this hobby already, quite a few. Just mute your mic and let the music play when you're on the lathe. Yeah, if it throws off like a lot of dust, I'm not gonna do it in my freaking bedroom, dude. So it'd be funny if I literally built a filtration system in my room where I have like the vent coming down the wall with like a shop vac sucking it and blasting it out the window. That might happen. I already have a hose that runs out my window when I laser cut. Okay. What are we doing? That's good. Cardboard Bach X. Oh, paint booth. Yeah. Yeah. I actually have a spray paint booth, like a little one, a hood. You know, those the desktop jobbies for my airbrush in the other room. That's another one, you know, airbrushing on stream would be cool. But, you know, the thing with streams is like you kind of need everything close. It's no one else streaming but me. I don't have a partner or anyone to help change the cameras and stuff. So if I had a longer workbench, I could put another camera over there with a saw on it or something and swap to it. And we'll get to that point eventually. Not quite there yet. Eldor, how you doing, Eldor? Thanks for joining. The one thing that's really cool about streaming is that you just make little incremental improvements. You can't do everything at once, and I've noticed like just little things, a little at a time, you know? It's cool, because I remember I was doing this on the other desk, where I just had the little pad, I didn't have all my paint and everything set up, didn't have my tools right here, so I couldn't really do things on the fly. I just had to have, you know, whatever I was working on, have it kind of planned. It wasn't as enjoyable for me. And then, you know, eventually I came over here and I started having all that set up, and then I was like, oh, let me get a second camera for my Hotwire, because I'm always wanting to build something with the Hotwire. And so being able to switch to the Hotwire cam, very, very useful. And yeah, it's cool. Just a little bit at a time, things improve slowly. And of course, like anything else, when things cost money, I have several ways that I get some income from the stuff I do online, and that's what allows me to have, you know, the cameras and all that stuff. But any money that comes in from YouTube will just go into the channel. It's pretty much how everything is with this stuff, is you kind of have to just like snowball it in, roll it in, roll it in. Oh, thank you, Fat Red Foo. I feel like it's never good enough when I'm doing those, like the desk you have. I do touch up so many times to get any little bits that I messed up on, but sometimes I'll do like 4 or 5 passes of touch-ups. Like, you know, I'll do this and then there'll be a little bit, I'll do a touch-up, then I'll, you know, throughout the whole process of painting. I wish there was a way, or there is a way, I need to figure out how to eliminate some of the brush strokes on the wooden buttons. Some of them have a little bit more stroke than I would like on them. Probably some kind of paint thinner, or the more comfortable I get with the airbrush, I could pre-paint buttons and then put them on, pre-paint them in batches. And then obviously the paint would be very even. Oh, Chooch, you monetize your IG. Sweet. What when you say monetized it, like what did they offer you? Monetization for your reels or just monetization like in general so you can have subscribers and stuff like that? Paint thinner, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Reels monetization is where it's at, but I don't have it anymore. They did away with it for a while, and then they rolled it out to select people again, but I am not one of those select people this time around so far. But I have started making some more content again. I was pretty much down to like maybe one reel a week. But I'm not doing that anymore. I'm trying to ramp that up again and do some more short form content. But I will tell you, if you get to cranking out some content, you can actually make some decent money. I mean, it's not like, enough to live off of. I mean, maybe if you were really, getting millions of views or something. But Instagram Reels is paid for this laptop, paid for my 3D resin printer. It's good stuff. Michael Dumas, thanks for coming by. Pretty much every Friday night I do this, Michael. Just chill out, random build, or tonight we're just doing painting, but sometimes you just randomly build items. Last week we built this. It was just kind of a random science fiction prop thing, and I've been painting it tonight. We also did this hover pad thingamabobber with these crates. So actually I built this on the live stream, and then I painted it on Instagram Reels. We did painting, tech support, promoted hella dope toys. Nice, yeah. It's been eventful. Oh, thank you, Chooch. Yeah, I wanted to do some more that were a little less boring, so I was kind of looking at video game schemes, and obviously it's kind of, I don't want to say it's lo-fi, but it's in that, I don't know how to put it, vibrant yet subdued kind of feel. I don't know. You know what I mean. You're a damn menace, Chooch. Better ask somebody, huh? Yeah, Fat Red Foo, I actually got a set off of Amazon. It's just a generic set. And if I was smart, I would link it. You know what? Maybe in the next stream I'll link it, or I'll add it to the description after when I put the video up on public. But let me see if I can find them. No, they're on a desk. Yeah, they were reasonable in price from what I remember, but it's just a set like this. And those fat handles right there really give you a lot of control. You got lots of different options here. These are the two I use the most. And before that, I was using Army Painter brushes quite a bit. And I've had some other ones. I had some like sable brushes, like watercolor brushes and stuff, some fancy ones. They're supposed to always keep the point, but these have been great. This is the first group of brushes I've had that have this thicker part, and that like really helps with the finer control, I find. Yeah, affiliated links. I have reviews, or I don't know if I did a review on these, but like I do little quick blurb videos on Amazon. I should be adding links into every single one of these. I'm a moron. I mean, I have a link for the Hotwire foam cutter. I have a link for everything. I should have them in every description. Briscoe, that's because you're not freaking taking care of them, dude. And I know, look, it's easy to just like throw them down and forget about it. You gotta rinse them. You gotta rinse them. I have this thing. Right? So it's got all those little, you can kind of see it, the ridges in the bottom. And that kind of helps. And they have like the little brush repointer, which really doesn't work that well. If you have a bigger brush and it's got a bunch of fluid in it, you can kind of push it through these slots to try and reshape it. And the biggest thing is you want to clean it after you're done using it, and don't leave it just sitting there. Even if you're painting another color with a different brush, clean your brush. And you want to store it upright. not down. A lot of people throw them down. I used to throw them down in a jar too. Fucks them up, and they get to looking like that. You know, all bent and funky looking, and they won't take a point again. So if you just do those two things, clean them, store them upright, they will last significantly longer. Even if you get crap brushes, they'll last a while. But I do understand. Before I started doing this like every day, I used to destroy more brushes. I need something else to drink. Damn, it's 1:30? Hold on. Oh, we've been going 2.5 hours already. All right. Wow. Water. Water! I know what I'm going to paint. We'll finish this thing up, the controls on here, and then I'll get out of here. But let's see. What colors do I want? I want a lighter gray for the control panel, control pad. You need a YouTube manager. Got your brushes checked. I know. Yeah. Fat Red Foo, you're not lying. Goes with my style, grimy weathered. Yeah, that's good for some things, but you can't paint details with that brush. I mean, it looks okay if you're painting ground, but if you're trying to paint a fine detail and you got like bristles going everywhere, it's not going to work. Not very well, anyway. Okay, we got one color there. Maybe yellow, red, yellow. Oh man. Red, yellow, blue. Let's do that. Baby blue, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Baby blue for the circles. Coming to get me. Please don't even say that, dude. Yeah. It's a waste of greenery. bad. So I had the idea last week to cut some stencils with my laser cutter, but like I said, I've had that sore throat. I didn't want to get all the smoke and stuff. But that'd be really cool to, you know, do some stripes or some kind of symbols or something. And then use the airbrush to just blast it on there. I think you could ship the prototype console you never made if you package it the way I did. What prototype console are you talking about? All right, let's back this off. Oh, the laser cut brackets. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's true. But right now, I still have some of these in the shop. I should put the link back in here. Anyway, the link is on my Instagram. You go to my link tree, you'll find it. But yeah, I still have some of these. And some of these in the Etsy. But the one you were talking about, no, I didn't make it yet. But you know, I've been kind of thinking about doing something a little different. I really like the way this turned out. Because it's got the freaking wood grain on there, man. And I really kind of dig like the retro vibe of the... I mean, the green is good, but it could work with other colors too. Yeah, the one I drew with the supports on the sides. I remember it now. Yeah, I do. I have the sketch somewhere. Yeah, it's over there. I never ended up making that particular one, but I really do kind of want to do some more with the wood grain in there because it's different. I don't see anyone doing that, and I like it. So. What do we got here? How the heck are more people joining in the middle of the night? It's like 1:38. People are like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll jump on this dude's stream. Needs an orange shag rug. Absolutely. Yeah, so I was gonna put this wood grain on a red console, right? And I mean, it would look okay. You know, it would look fine. But Axiom was actually like, dude, can you go ahead and make it, you know, like the puke green from the old, you know, like the station wagons they used to have in the 70s and 80s. It had the green with the wood grain. And I was like, all right. I already have some stuff colored in the green. Yeah, I just was like, yeah, sure, why not? We'll try it. And I like it. I like it for sure. Puke orange, man, that would be awesome. Frank Castle asks, would it be possible to do anything with these materials you use, for example, a vehicle, or would that be too difficult? So it depends on what level of complexity you're talking about. Like, Frank, here, let me show you. Where the heck is Deadpool? Where'd he go? Well, I don't know where Deadpool is, because these fit Deadpool really well. But we have these two hovercraft thingamabobbers here that are very simple vehicles, because they're simple shapes. Squared off, you know, angles and stuff. You know, it's got the control panel. Thank you, Frank. And they look cool. They do look cool, you know, with the figures sitting in them. You could have them. See, this is getting a little dinged up because it's foam. And I was trying to jam an AWOC figure in there, and his freaking cape on the back kept going in there. But, you know, that's no big deal. Actually, while we're here, we could fix that. If you're willing to make things blocky, right, like this kind of style, it's not too difficult. But if you're trying to make things with like compound curves, like a modern car, it would be very difficult to get that looking even. I mean, you would be sanding and sanding and sanding forever, probably. Family Truck survives big time on that retro console. Yeah, that's exactly it right there. Exactly it. But no, you could make vehicles. You can. You know, foam is it's not a super strong material, so you can't make things thin-walled like you would in any of the functional parts. Like, you wouldn't be able to make the axle or the wheels, but I don't know if you saw, I did a Mossmobile for Mossman for Hella Dope Toys, and they have a video up. It's The Adventures of Skeletor Part 3. The Mossmobile comes out in that. It has a wooden dowel rod for the axles, but the rest of it, and the wheels are wood, but everything else is foam. And is it going to be the most durable thing ever? No, but I mean, it looks, you know, it serves a purpose. Are you going to be able to build a Humvee out of foam? I probably could build a Humvee. It's kind of boxy. But, yeah. I mean, maybe. A Moss van with wood trim. Yeah, that's a possibility. We never know. You never know what the future holds. I'm not going to read that, Briscoe. The big old console. That was one of the older ones I did before the laser cut pieces. Thing is freaking huge. Yeah, an RC chassis would be cool. Yeah. All right. Oh, heck, I'll put one more coat of red on this, I think. I don't know, what am I? I'm getting a second wind or something, like the pain in my throat is reinvigorating me. '70s vibe, wood grain yeah, exactly. A van would not be easy to do. A van would not be easy to do out of foam. That would be very difficult, and it would be very fragile. Damn, now I'm thinking about how to do a van out of foam. You could do a Volkswagen what the hell did you call those things? The hippie van. I don't know what the actual name of it was, but a Volkswagen hippie van. The shape of that would not be as difficult to do as like a more modern van. Trying to create a black van for my Punisher and Daredevil figures. Have you looked... Frank, have you looked at anything that's already pre-made? Like, I don't mean a pre-made toy. I mean, you could buy another van that's already made, you know, like a kid's toy and convert it. Or you can find something that's kind of in a similar shape and then hack pieces of it off. You know, like, I'm trying to think what might look kind of like a van. Like the bottom of a stationary waste paper basket or something like that. You know, cut that off, and that would give you your top shape. It would have to be a rounded kind of looking one. And then you could theoretically take a second one of those and cut it off shorter and have that be the bottom tray. And then you just have to like cut the windows in and kind of do some work on the front and do details. But using already existing items. I mean, there might even be like plastic jugs and stuff that you could build it out of. Oh yeah, Briscoe's off on. We're not gonna go there. We don't have to follow Briscoe where he's going. It's not necessary. This is a free from Brie Larson's feet zone right here. I'm just gonna say that once. Oh, Briscoe's seen it already, Fat Red Foo. That's from back in the day on Rocco's stream. He's very familiar with it. Oh, man. Don't do it. Oh, guys, I actually kind of feel like going a little bit more, but I think it's better if I stop talking right now and drink something hot and then lay down and go to bed. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. We've been going for, oh man, look, Aaron Black Knight is gonna be like, dude, 9 minutes. What's wrong with you? We've been going for 2 hours, 51 minutes, and 45 seconds. We could make it to 3 hours. We could. Fat Red Foo says, apparently basketball players have jacked up feet in the NBA also. I mean, I don't know, but they certainly use them enough. I mean, it wouldn't be unreasonable to think that. Where are we at? Frank Castle. I only tried using some foam. Someone told me maybe using clay. That would be very fragile at that type of thing. But, you know, on the outside for details, maybe. You definitely will, Frank. You'll figure it out if you keep trying. Briscoe, yeah. Yeah, we're chill stream here, guys. We're chill stream. I don't care what you talk about if it's something like that, but I'm not gonna pull that crap up. All right, guys. Been streaming for 2 hours and 53 minutes. I'm gonna get off of here. Thank you so much for everyone coming by. Thank you, Black Knight, for stopping by at the end. He is the herald of the end of the stream, usually. He just kind of rides in and, you know, everyone kind of flees the battlefield. Everyone take care. Hope to see you guys all next Friday. I appreciate everyone who's a channel member. I appreciate everyone, but I especially appreciate everyone who's a channel member. Briscoe, thank you for signing up tonight. I really do appreciate that. That was quite a interesting journey to get the link put in the chat, but we figured it out. Hope everyone has a good weekend and take care.